What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Long time no see. So I want to talk about how the narcissists react when they are called out. So recently, since I haven't had to deal with the narc who I work with in over 3 months now, a conversation came up with the person who associates with one of the narc's friends. And she said, I told her she needs to be careful because of what she did to you. And she's always complaining to me about what she have to deal with the narc and how she is just drained from her. She feel like she need her too much. She's always borrowing money from her. And she said, it's like no matter what I do, it's just never enough for her. And I say, she gonna soon realize, and when it comes to that, she gonna finally cut her loose. It took me, 5 years to figure her out. I say everybody, they come to realize who they really dealing with on their own time. It can take weeks, months, or years. It's different for everybody, everybody's situation with the narcissist. So she told her what I said. And she also told her a little bit more because we had a conversation in the past, like way back in the past when it first started with her, when I called her out, when I confronted her, everything. And when I completely just went no contact and cut her off. And so she told the girl what I said about the narc. The person went back and told the narc what I said. And this is how she reacted, just as I expect. First of all, she's going to deny it. She denied it to the point where she made herself cry and say, I can't believe that she's saying all this about me. I never talk like that about you. I will never say nothing like that about you. She went on to say, I'm not surprised because she did the same thing to me and another person to try to come in between our friendship. And I'm like, what friendship? You never had a friendship with her. You just had met her, a little while after me. And we'd known each other longer than you knew her. So it was like she completely just, of course, denied it, played victim. Then she, what else did she do? She tried to put it back on me and blame me for her failing relationship with that person. And she told her that she kind of like warned her that don't believe nothing that she tell you. And I'm like, I'm surprised she didn't question her. Like, why did I even come up? That means that y'all were talking about me already. Like, why would I even come up? But she probably is thinking that. But she's too outdone by the fact that all this is coming up and the person is calling her out. So that's why she couldn't like bring up the fact like, well, first of all, why are y'all even talking about me? See, first she have to defend herself, and then she have to, victim blame and play the victim and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what a narcissist will do when you call them out on stuff or when you tell other people about them. But this person called her out based on something I told someone else, which is the truth. I mean, I have no reason to lie on her. And the person who called her out, she said, I knew that Felicia's not lying. I know she's not lying because how would she know about all those things that happened had the narc not told her? There's a lot of personal stuff she told me. That's why I was like, well, she needs to be careful what she telling her because I know a whole lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff she told me, not saying it was necessarily true, because once you realize how a narc operate, a lot of things that they repeat, it's the furthest thing from the truth. They'll twist it and turn it around just to make a person look bad. And that's what she did this person. For a long time, she dragged this person through the mud. At the same time, I was wondering, like, well, why are you still associating with her? Why do you always find yourself calling on her when you need her? But at the same time, it's like you have such a problem with her and there's no friendship and you're on the verge of cutting her off and all this kind of stuff, but you never do it. And I just always question it. And so again, when this person called her out on all this stuff that she said, She just completely denied it. She denied it. And what goes to show that the narcissist will never change, which is why I say you can't give them the benefit of the doubt. The first thing she said is, I know you don't believe that. She did the same thing to me. She tried to draw a wedge in between me and another person that we know. And then she said, and I just can't believe that she would say all that stuff about me, like borrowing money from her, because the thing came up about the person was like, and then you said that you was always loaning me money. When have you ever loaned me money? Everything that I've done for you. She said, why would I say that I've ever loaned you money? You know, you always there for me. Like, she turned it all around to try to mess that girl head up. And I told her, like, to look out for these signs, because I'm telling you what she gonna do. And she did just that. And then right after she completely denied it, and she was like, yeah, so that just goes to show, like, why would I say that? So you know she's lying. And she was like, then she tried to come in between me and this person. I even fed her kids when they was hungry. Like, where did she feed my kids? She didn't even know me when my children were like a younger age. On top of that, she will be the last person I will go to for anything, because she's always borrowing. She's always bumming and borrowing from people. So why would I ever need her for that? And so when the person told me, yeah, she was saying all that, she was like, I know it was a lie. I know, because as much as she borrowed money from me, I know that there's no way she was loaning money to you. And I said, thank you. Thank you for, for recognizing the truth. That's all I be needing people to see, is to not give the narc so much credit when they put on this act of defending themselves, like everything you say about them is a lie. Because trust me, they just gonna deny everything. And then, the number one goal is to divide and conquer. And I guess she felt like she had that power and she had everything under control, and that day would never come when this person would call her out. So it just caught her, in the spur of the moment. It caught her by surprise, and she didn't know how to respond to it. So it's like it cornered her. And when you corner a narc, they're scrambling, they're panicking, they're thinking, oh, okay, what to say next. And that's one of the best moments to see them in, because they don't have nothing to say in defense. And she said, and on top of that, I asked her, like, and first of all, you never tell me why y'all ever fell out. You could never tell me why y'all fell out. See, she's not going to do that, because she know that chances are I've already told her, and there's nothing she can say to, just debunk it and just make it all seem like I'm just lying. So that's how narcissists react when you call them out. She did exactly what I warned her and told her that she was going to do. She's going to completely deny everything. She's going to put it back on me. She's going to play victim. And then she's going to kind of like try to soak the person in a way, and remind them of, and yeah, and you have been there for me. You've done so much for me, which is the reason why I don't understand why she's making these lies up on me. And it's like she just really trying to mess with her head and stuff, just like trying to gaslight her on the slick. But it's good that the person was like, I know what I'm dealing with her now, and I'm just gonna. Now, the only thing that I don't like is the fact that, everybody have to deal with a narc, as far as, just getting away from them and just getting out of a relationship with them, whatever. They have to deal with it on their own time. But it's like the narc just have this thing with them that they make a person feel like they owe them a second chance. And she was saying, like, after all, they're like, I know, I believe you. I believe you. I believe everything you're saying, because it makes me think back to this. And it all's coming back to me now. Just to conclude by saying, well, yeah, but I'm going to still talk to her and everything. I'm just going to handle her with a long handle spoon from now on. And I'm like, for what? you, you don't owe her friendship, So I just feel like another thing, if you're going to call a narcissist out, make sure that you set these boundaries. You make sure you set safe boundaries between yourself and the narcissist. And what I mean by that is that the narcissists know they cannot come into, come close to you in a way, whereas they try to confront you or get physical with you, like a physical confrontation. Like, let it be some time in between. Let the dust settle. Let the narcissist think that, oh, she have completely got everybody where she want them. She got everybody in the box where she want them. I mentioned in another video about the box theory, and how the narcissist will have everybody, in the place where she want them. She divide them, and then she conquer, and she feel powerful. And so make sure that some time had went by to where she's comfortable and confident enough in thinking, well, I got all this together. That's not going to fall apart. And then that's when you go in for the kill, and you just rock her world or his world, and let them know, I have not forgot what you done, and everything that you done in the past, it will come to light. But just do it in a very safe way. Again, make sure you have boundaries with the person, and make sure that you know who you have told these things to about the narc. Like, don't tell it to someone who doesn't really know you at all or anything like that. Like, tell it to a person who has an idea of who you are, who's been around you, who's been in your company, who know who you are as a person. And it's going to be hard for them to believe what the narc say about you. Don't just tell it to a complete stranger who's dealing with a narcissist. Don't be that person to warn someone. Don't be the narc's neighbor warning someone who you notice has been going to the house, something like that, who's been visiting them on a regular basis. Don't do it like that. Do it in a very safe way. And again, give it some time after you went no contact with the narc. If you feel the need to warn a person, I felt the need to warn this person because of the things the narc have said about her. And I'm noticing that it is stressing her out. She said that she feels drained, and that she just do so much for her and get nothing in return, and she feel like that everything she do is all for nothing. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that it's taking a toll on the lady. So I was like, well, you should know this. And so when she confronted her, and like I say, she reacted in the way that I expected her to react. So that's all I wanted to pretty much talk about in this video. And I made this video on today because I'm not going to record tomorrow. I know a lot of y'all are celebrating the 4th of July weekend. So, yeah, leave your comments down below. Thank y'all for watching. Be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.